Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. We thought they were going to drop you down with a rope and you were going to rappel into the building.
On time.
Minutes to spare.
Should have time for Jerry to get up and go talk to people, though.
Not tonight.
I'm ready to go. You ready? Good evening. I'd like to call the Tuesday, July 5th, 2016 City of Oldsmar City Council meeting to order. If you'll please rise for our invocation and our pledge that will be led by our city attorney, Mr. Tom Trask.
Our Heavenly Father, we gather here today intent on doing good work. We seek to represent fairly and well those who have given us this task. May our efforts be blessed with insight and guided by understanding and wisdom. We seek to serve with respect for all. May our personal faith give us strength to act honestly and well in all matters before us. We recognize our responsibility to the past and to the future and the rights and needs of both individuals and the community. As trusted servants, we seek blessings on our deliberations and on our efforts here today. This we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and once again, welcome. Got a packed house tonight, so the first agenda item is the Citizens Open Forum, and I will just turn it over. Does anybody would like to address the council? Judy? Yep. Either one. Judy?
I'm sorry. Have any of you heard of Paint Your Heart Out?
Yep.
It's an organization, of course, that helps people who are disadvantaged paint their houses, but also military and seniors. Safety Harbor has a huge organization that's all whatever, but I can't get anybody to call me back about it. And Clearwater has a great organization too. I'm thinking maybe Oldsmar needs something like that. Usually it's in the spring, so we have time to get it together. A suggestion was made that maybe the energy from the Centennial Committee could go forward and do good works along that line and just keep doing things. So I just wanted to bring it up and put it in your minds for if you have any suggestions or ways that we could get it organized. And
I think it's a great idea.
Is this where they help a citizen in town and do their house and all?
Yeah,
Yes.
it helps various people, but yeah, basically.
yes,
Well,
yeah.
years ago, many years ago, when I was mayor, we actually started something like that.
Neighbor helping neighbor.
And we,
Neighbor helping neighbor, that's what
Yep.
Eric just said.
no, it was just a bunch of us got together. There was some people in an organization, and you asked me about it one time. The lady had passed away, and Gabby had called me and asked me about what was this about. We had actually went over there and fixed the trim on her house and painted her house. Had a bunch of kids, and my beautiful granddaughter was one of them, and we did that around town.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lady over on Lafayette that had trees hanging in her yard, and over a yard of a neighbor's tree, went over there and trimmed. We did a lot of that. And then when my beautiful granddaughter was killed, I kind of backed away from it, and
Great effort, and we also had businesses involved, because I was not on council at the time.
you were part of that.
Yeah, we recruited a bunch of our employees who went as well.
That's
As a
right,
matter
you
of
were.
fact, when we painted that woman's house, your granddaughter and her friends painted me. I don't know if you remember that. They thought it'd be funny. They
together
painted me
also.
completely.
Yeah, that's
But
right, Eric.
it was
You
a
were
great-
part of that. You
I think
were
it's a-
part of
It
that.
was
And I don't know if
really
it's-
Great community.
I don't know if it's under the, the umbrella of Paint Your Heart Out, because that's probably a bigger organization, or neighbor helping neighbor. I think it's something that both the public and private group could get together and,
What year was that?
Boy Scout troops, Girl Scout troops,
2003.
community people.
What happened to it? Well, once my granddaughter got killed,
Somewhere around there.
I went to pieces, and
I think it's
and it kind of just like. But let me. I'm going to bring this up. There's a lady here in town right now that desperately needs help. We have the volunteers. What we need about $700. We need about anybody out there can help. We need about $700 to buy the material. She's been here longer than anybody in this room, in this city. She's been in this city about probably 60 years. They had a business here in this city, and she's crippled, and we just need to fix her ramp. And so anybody can help. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, I like the idea. I don't know what shape it takes, but I like the idea, and I don't know who would head it, but I think we got enough people that we could probably put something together.
And I was wondering if the chamber,
The chamber, there's several that, the Holiday Sharing Fund that I'm on the board of,
yeah,
the historic, there's enough groups, the historical and everybody else. I think we could formulate a group that could help do that. So I like the idea.
okay.
We'll
Well,
see what it looks like. I'm not sure what makes the most sense, but I like it.
I've tried to get in touch with the people in Safety Harbor, and they haven't returned my emails or anything.
That's
so-
fine. It's not rocket science. We just got to get a group together and get some people out there and do it. So
Yeah,
whatever it's called, I don't care. So
Oldsmar Cares would be
Yeah.
Oldsmar Cares would be a great place to find a spark. Okay.
yeah, we got enough places we can
Okay.
spark it. So thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Judy.
What's our catchphrase tonight?
Can we say Caribbean Carnival?
Caribbean.
Oh, yeah, man.
Irie.
Yeah. Mayor and City Council, thank you for the opportunity to come and speak to you just briefly about this upcoming Fifth Friday. Now, I'm trying to hold on because I am so excited. Enthusiasm, it's just really got me revved up. But the Fifth Fridays have been so awesome, and everyone has been enjoying them from the first one, which was the classic event and classic music and classic rock, I should say, music, and then the country theme. Well, the third one, which is July the 29th, is Caribbean or Caribbean Carnival. It depends on what your language is, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be at Arios Park, which is right at 107 Shore Drive West. It's from 5 to 10. And we have the food vendors that are going to be out there serving wonderful food. We even have some Caribbean vendors that are going to be out there. So if you're into that whole island theme, this is a perfect opportunity to come out and just enjoy yourself. It's wonderful for the families because school is out.
Right.
And if you have kids, you're trying to figure out what to do with these kids if they're not in camp or after camp or get off work early, come have dinner. We're going to kick everything off at 5 o'clock, and it's just going to be fantastic. Admission is free. Free for everyone. There's a kids activity area for the kids, and so they'll be able to enjoy some rides. And then the music. Let me talk about the music for a minute. We have two of the top reggae bands in all of Tampa Bay. We're going to start off with the first band, which is Jafari, which is well known in Tampa. They play a variety of reggae genres. So they're going to kick it out with reggae all the way to rock steady. And if you don't know what that is, you need to come and check it out because it's going to be amazing. Then we're going to kick it off with the second band, which is the Soca Boys. And they are well known around the Bay Area area also. They play more of a Caribbean dance music. So if you're liking reggae, soca, if you also like cantants and bouillon. I don't know what that is, but when the vibes start kicking out, you figure it out. It's going to be amazing Caribbean music, amazing Caribbean food, all food vendors, different types of food vendors, fun for the entire family. And around the Bay Area, you should see these posters up all the way from Tampa up to Oldsmar. So we're welcoming not just residents of Oldsmar, but we're welcoming surrounding communities. This is just a fun festival, carnival type of event. And again, if you don't have anything on your calendar for Friday, when it's time to clock out of work, or if you want to leave work a little early, you have to ask the mayor if you're on the board. But if you can do that, come on now, because it's going to be lots and lots of fun. We have been marketing the event, not just with posters, but we have these wonderful postcards that we're passing out as well. We're doing what I call guerrilla marketing. That's just making it rough, just getting it out to everybody so everyone knows what's going on. We're also promoting it on our website, has all the information on oldsmar100.com. You can also check it out on Facebook. It's also on YouTube. If you're in the email blast for Destinations Publications, they've sent out a July 1st email. If you're not on their subscribers list, it's wonderful to get on. They tell you a lot of what's going on around the area. We're also doing marketing on the local channels for Bright House. The local community channel for Bright House is up there. I saw it. It's amazing. It's also on the Verizon local community channel as well as Bright House. Starting July the 8th, Bright House is running a full-fledged advertising schedule for us, and they have some awesome commercials. So again, we're excited about it. There should be everyone around the Tampa Bay area passing this word around. If you like island music, you like reggae music, you like island food, you just like to eat, you like entertainment, you like live, wonderful island bands, because we don't have as much island music in Oldsmar as they get in Tampa and as they get on St. Pete Beach. So let's welcome the island to Oldsmar on Friday, July 29th from 5 to 10. See, I just did a commercial, so I hope everyone caught on to that. If you didn't, catch on, Mon. Catch on. Thank you.
Thank you, Darlene.
I wish you would be more enthusiastic about some of these things, really.
You have to hold on.
I want to ask
But
you-
when the music starts playing and you smell the flavors from the island, I'm going to get besides myself. So
I've got my grass skirt ordered, so.
Ma'am, hey.
Yes.
I don't understand a thing you said about all that, but I did catch this. What do I have to ask the mayor before I can do something?
Can you get off work early?
Oh, yeah, right.
The mayor says yes. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so clock out at least 15 minutes early, get a good parking spot.
And do we have the smaller versions of that, of her thing?
Yes,
we have-
I'm gonna
I
give you
want to
guys.
I got a mayor's council meeting tomorrow, and I'll pass them out to all the mayors of Pinellas County. So.
That would be wonderful, wonderful.
And your bigger one, I'll use that to, do we have those in the clerk's office?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll make sure that you get those, and I'm gonna pass them out now. And the whole key is getting the word out. Tell somebody and someone else will tell someone else, and that's how you get a amount of people that's to come out and enjoy it. Besides me being so enthusiastic all the time. Thank you all so much.
Thanks.
Thanks, Arlene.
Anybody else on this side of the room? No? Anybody on this side of the room like to address the council?
Can I give you guys something to look at as well?
Thank you. Kelly, great job. Thank you so much for coming. Great job.
Are these to share or to pass?
Yep, we're gonna pass them down.
My name is Estella Ortiz, and I live at 8505 Racetrack Road. A lot of you know me because I've been here before. But these are my beautiful daughters. Mackenzie's 14, Kennedy's 17, and their friend Jade is 14.
One kissing the horse.
Well, they all kiss the horses, but
Can't you tell the way she's back there?
I just put this in writing so I wouldn't forget anything, but I just wanted to make sure that I didn't forget anything, so I put it in writing. But most importantly, I want my daughters to be proud of me and know that I have tried all avenues to keep their dream alive. My daughters mean a lot to me, and I want them to grow and be strong women and by me not standing up for them here tonight would send a message of weakness. If any of you here are parents on this panel tonight, you would know or must know how parents will go to the end of the world to make sure that their kids are safe, happy, and that they make good choices. With that said, my daughters both love a sport, and most of you know it's a sport of horseback riding. At their age, they're a little intimidated to fight or even speak up to defend what they believe is right and correct. That is to keep their sport alive. For the past few months, I have been attending council meetings, and over again, I heard the word horses, especially when it came to the history of Oldsmar. Even to include the McDonald's initial decor was horses. We are here tonight to ask that you allow us the opportunity to be placed on your agenda. We want to provide information that will hopefully convince that horses were good, and are good for Oldsmar. I feel we can all brainstorm and find a small area in the preserve where our children can ride in a safe environment. We live on Racetrack Road, and most of you know there's a lot of construction going on. So they cannot ride anywhere. They can ride on the property, but it's limited, and so there's nowhere to go. If they were able to walk into a small area and be able to ride their horses, then it would be fabulous. And this is the reason that we moved to this area 30 years ago, is because it was horse friendly. And it's going away. And if you have children and you have sports, you're gonna fight for your kids' sports, and you're gonna do whatever you can to make sure that their sport is alive. And that's why I'm here today. I know that it's been a long haul for many years, but I owe that to them. I owe to fight for them so that they know that they can continue as adults and fight for what they believe in. Thank you.
Thank you.
And is there any chance that we can get on the agenda, is the question.
I mean,
what do we need to do?
It's already been on the agenda several times.
That has nothing to do with the business. We're talking about us being residents of Racetrack Road, wanting to work with the city of Oldsmar to find a way that we can ride our horses into a small area so that we can enjoy.
I mean, at this point, I don't think
sport.
anything has changed from the city's perspective. I know you have a nonprofit that is working on an avenue
We
to.
want to talk about the nonprofit. We want to talk about our horses. We have 5 acres on Racetrack Road. We want to be able to ride our horses. Why can't we put it on the agenda and at least talk about it? I don't care what's happened in the past. I want to talk about what's happening in the future and how we can keep my children's sport alive without having to move out of town. Is that a possibility? What is it that we need to do?
Well, I'll pull it on the consent docket and move to add it to an agenda,
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I'll second it.
Thank you,
and we can discuss it when it's on the agenda.
Okay.
thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Yep.
Mayor, before they sit down, I do want to say something. This is not an endorsement, okay?
I never said
No, wait a minute. Let me say what I'm going to say. This is not an endorsement. But you said something that's very important, and that's that you will fight for your children or whatever it is. Now, this is not an endorsement, gang, but this is a lesson to learn. My son was handicapped. He was almost blind. I told him one day, I said, you'll never play the piano. You'll never probably ever be famous. You'll never be able to ride a bicycle. I told him, I said, but reach for the stars, and one day you may catch one. Bruce, did he catch a star?
He did.
We lost him in 1998. He became one of the most famous folk artists in America. He was a leading folk artist for the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. My beautiful wife and I fought for our son. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else in the room? Yep, sorry.
My name is Scott Gangler, live at 6230 Savannah Breeze Drive, Tampa. Most of you know me, heard our stories. You know we're a part of a committee. Some of you believe that, as Mrs. Stella had spoken to, that it's a push for a nonprofit. Well, I'm here today to let you guys know that it's not a push for a nonprofit, for a business. That nonprofit, after 21 years of being in the area, 21 years, is no longer doing horseback riding as of August 10th. They're closing their doors to horseback riding, they're selling their horses, and they're getting rid of them to no longer provide trails to the public. Some of you have had friends, family, grandchildren that have all benefited from this entity, this location, and it's changing their scope on everything so that they can still provide a service to the community and the children. Some of those children is over 21,000 children in a matter of 21 years that have gone there for horse camp and been touched by horses and given the gift that they could not own themselves or cherish themselves. And that's all changing. Therefore, it's going to change a lot within the city of Oldsmar because that's a big attraction for a lot of people. Now, I'm not going to stop pushing to try and get the trails and the preserves, just as Estella's not going to stop pushing. I too have children. My wife grew up riding horses in this area when she was a child. She wants to continue sharing that with our children. It's not going away whether there's a nonprofit behind it or not. And I thank you guys for stepping up and allowing us to talk with you guys about this. But at the same time, we're still losing a big push for the community of Oldsmar that draw a lot of people here. I ate dinner tonight in Oldsmar, not just because of the council meeting, but because of that nonprofit there. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to hear us out, but we still feel it's a little bit too late to save that entity, but we're still trying to make a difference, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Anybody else in the room? Seeing no one, we'll close the citizens' open forum. Real quickly, a couple items on the mayor's minute. First and foremost, I think the city council would like to acknowledge the Blacks' 50th anniversary. Congratulations. Even though you two are not sitting together.
Maybe that's the secret.
Maybe is that how you last 50 years? You sit in different spots in the council. Well, congratulations. Lunch with Captain Peterson, the city manager, and myself had a lunch to talk about the CPOs that are here and the changes that have happened. And there's been a lot of promotions throughout the sheriff's department, and so the community police officers have advanced as well. So we're looking forward. Have we heard back? Did he said he might have somebody? No, but we may have somebody coming soon to replace Deputy Clayce. So Marty Forster's retirement after more than 50 years in the fire service. From volunteer firefighter, fire officer, fire chief, and serving as Oldsmar's fire code administrator, Marty has retired as of last week, so congratulations to Marty. I'm sure we will not, still will see him around. Also, We Mean Business, which is always a great experience for the city of Oldsmar and myself and the city manager and the Chamber of Commerce. Monthly, we meet to talk about businesses that are in here. We went to Brain Balance, SunTrust Bank, Bay Arbor Dental, which is right there in the Bay Arbor Plaza, and then we had lunch at the Green Market Cafe, and it's always a great experience to talk to them and hear why they're here. Bay Arbor Dental, which is right there by Rumba and Salt Rock. You wouldn't think from the outside that it's as beautiful on the inside as it is when you go in there, but wow, they did a great job, and it's great to have them here. Upcoming events, the summer reading program. A reminder that Oldsmar Public Library is offering summer reading programs for kids, teens, and adults now through July 30th. And as was mentioned earlier, we got Fifth Friday. And I'm just going to throw this out there because I know it affects a lot of us. TICO, we saw this in our emails, but for those that are watching at home on TV, TICO was acquired by Amira. Is that how you say it, I think? Amira. And we anticipate that it'll be seamless, but a lot of us have TICO as a provider, so it should be seamless. And we seem to think they're going to keep the same name. Is that? That's the herd. So anyway, if people start to see something or get rumblings of it, that's what's going on. And that's the mayor's minute. Next item on the agenda is our consent docket. And we have a couple of items. Approve the minutes of the April 19th, 2016 City Council meeting. Approve the minutes of the May 3rd, 2016 City Council meeting. Waive the requirement, the bid requirements and contracts for Appalachian Materials Services Incorporated for sludge hauling and disposal service for the city's water reclamation facility under the same terms and conditions as the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida bid number 150042 BRS Sludge Hauling for the period February 13th, 2015 through February 12th, 2020. Next item is authorize the city manager to advertise request for proposals, RFP 16-03 for services of debris monitoring consulting. Next item, authorize the city manager to advertise request for proposals, RFP 16-02 for the services of qualified firms to assist the city in its emergency debris management plan. And the final item is approve the tentative agenda for July 19th, 2016. Eric?
I'd like to pull item number 6.
Item number 6, okay.
Motion to approve as amended. I guess it's
I
not
have a
really
discussion.
amended.
Before we do this, before I go, I would just like to have the city manager tell us how much money we're going to save on, I think, number 3.
On what, on which item?
How much money we're saving on number 3?
Oh, yeah.
One, Bruce.
Oh, with the sludge?
But
Once
you
we get
wanna-
the, you mean once we get the screw press?
Do you want to pull, why
Pull it
don't
and
we pull
discuss.
3 and 6?
Pull 3 and 6?
I'll second it.
Second, items 3 and 6 pulled. A motion to approve the rest of the consent docket.
So moved.
Second, motion and a second. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye. So items 1, 2, 4, and 5 have been approved, 5-0. Thank you. Discussion on, first item that was pulled was the agenda, item number 6. You're looking to amend item number 6, Vice Mayor?
I thought we were going to talk about number 3.
Well, you pulled number 6 first, so it's going that way.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to add onto the tentative agenda for July 19th, 2016, horseback riding in Oldsmar and horseback riding in Mobley Bayou. I'd like to add that to the agenda.
That's motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second. Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's 5-0. Item number 3, Jerry?
I'd just like the city manager to just tell us how much money we're
And
saving.
what it really means, kind of reader's digest version
Item 3 is
with the sludge?
due to the biosolids project that is nearing completion, and the way they're processed at the water reclamation facility will result in a significant reduction in the number of trips of sludge or waste being hauled away from the plant. I think probably the cost of hauling and disposal should be reduced in excess of probably $50,000 in the next budget year. So the reason for piggybacking the contract with Tarpon Springs is the product that'll be produced is similar to what is produced at the Tarpon Springs plant. So the disposal method is different, and it'll be a good thing that I know the operators are looking forward to as well. So
I
that's
think it's important
item
that the
3.
people know
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
they're always up here trying to save money.
Okay, so we have no real change to item number 3 other than discussion. Item 6 has been changed. Do I have a motion to approve items 3 and 6 as modified?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Thank you. City of Oldsmar, we have nothing. City Attorney?
I don't have anything.
Anything? City Manager?
Good report.
Thank you.
Very thorough.
Thank you, Mayor. Item number 7, approve Oldsmar Historical Society lease renewal. The proposed lease is for a period of 5 years. The current lease expires January 31st, the end of this month. The rent's $1 a year. The only change to the lease from the current one is it includes one of the storage rooms here, on the second floor, which the Historical Society's been using for probably about a year now, and that has been added to the lease. Jerry Antozzi, the curator for the museum, is here. She may have something to add, I'm not sure, but I recommend approval and renewal of the lease with the Oldsmar Historical Society Incorporated.
Okay.
Great. Thank you, City Manager Bruce Haddock. I'm Jerry Antozzi, volunteer curator at the Oldsmar Historical Society, 501 Shore Drive East. We love being where we are right now. We're really outgrowing the space, but we're even going to be getting a new curio cabinet on Thursday from Clearwater Christian College is closed. So we were alerted that they had a cabinet that's all glass that we can purchase and bring in. So we're always trying to improve, and we really enjoy working with the city and promoting Oldsmar. Anytime you have any guests or special groups coming through, we're right there to support you. So, thank you.
Thank you. And, I'll be the first to admit that I was probably not the kindest when we first started with the Historical Society, but I also continue to acknowledge the great work that you guys have done and really have done a terrific job capturing the history of the city of Oldsmar. So I was just not happy with, as you know, with the progress to move into the building, but you guys have really turned it around with your board and to continue to do a great job and share the story. So need a motion to approve?
Got it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Thank you. Next.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. The next item, approve amendment to the interlocal agreement with Safety Harbor and Tarpon Springs, revising the PSTA membership rotation from 2 to 3 years. So this has been discussed previously, and actually there's just a revision to one paragraph, and that's put forth in this proposed amendment. If it's approved by all 3 cities, then it would be effective October 1, 2016. Currently, Mayor Beavis is the representative for the 3 cities, and his term would be extended for 1 year. That would be the first 3-year term, and then in October of 2017, it would be rotated to Tarpon Springs. If you have any questions or comments, I'd be happy to respond to those. I recommend approval of the amendment to the interlocal agreement.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? What's the next step for this? Where does it go from here?
Once it's signed, we're going to need to go ahead and send it over to Safety Harbor and Tarpon Springs for approval.
In order, or do we send it simultaneously, or how does that?
We can do it either way. My
Okay.
suggestion is that we send them separately so we can get them, we don't
Hold it up.
hold it back at all. We
And then we can just assemble the signatures?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Yes. Thank you, Doug. Keep up the good work.
Passes 5-0. Thank you. I think it's a great thing for all 3 cities, so.
Thank you. Item 9, approve renewal of use agreement with Oldsmar Youth Soccer Association Incorporated. This is an annual agreement for programming of youth soccer, both competitive and recreation at Canal Park. The only change from the prior agreement are the dates, fields to be used, and the time of use. If you have any questions or comments, I'd be happy to respond to those. I recommend renewal of an annual agreement with Oldsmar Youth Soccer Association for the sports program at Canal Park.
Need a motion?
So move.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 10, approve renewal of use agreement with Oldsmar Falcons Youth Football and Cheerleading Incorporated. So this is similar to the previous item, the agreement with soccer. This is for football and cheerleading, Oldsmar Falcons. Once again, the only changes to this agreement from the previous one are related to dates, fields to be used, and time of day. I recommend approval.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Passes 5-0. Anything else?
That's all for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. And just to get back to item number 8 real quick, just for housekeeping, I know you'd had a discussion with the other city managers. Is it something that myself or Brad Miller from the PSTA need to attend those meetings when they're on their agenda, or will the respective city managers?
Well, we can offer that when we send them
Okay.
the proposed
If they need,
amendment.
if they need me or Brad, I can go, but if they need us, I've already gone and spoken to Safety Harbor, and I think we might be scheduled to talk to Tarpon, but I'm not sure. But I know you've had discussions with them, and if it helps the discussion, I don't mind going and talking. But I don't need to be in the way if they can do it
We'll
without.
just offer, and they'll
Yeah.
let us know then if they would like it.
Sounds good. Perfect. Thank you. City Clerk, do you have anything? How was your vacation?
It was good.
Lovely. I see you got your hair did.
That's good.
Yeah. I see, Dan, you got your hair did too? Yeah.
Thank you,
nice.
Doug.
Thank you. Yeah. Always like to acknowledge. City Council. Next is approve the excused absence of Councilmember Saracki. Again, we apologize, and our hearts and thoughts and prayers are with Paula and your family and everything. Hope everything went well. I talked to you after the council meeting prior, and everything was kind of falling into place. So it's never easy, but know our thoughts are with you. So I need a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Passes 5-0.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Next item, schedule a work session for the fiscal year 2016 and 17 budget. And Bruce, you have some dates?
Yes, a couple of dates suggested. These are both Tuesdays, July 28th or Tuesday, August 23rd. Those were the two.
I'm good for both dates.
This is a Thursday,
Right, 20th to
right?
Thursday.
Oh, yeah. It even says that in the memo.
My preference would be August.
I have conflicts for both.
Do you?
Yes, so July,
Can we come to wherever you are and have the meeting?
well, end of July is Cisco's year end on the 29th.
Okay.
So the 28th, I'll definitely be working late at the office, and the 23rd, I'll be in Vegas that week for Cisco's global sales.
We'll come to
conference.
Vegas, that's great. I don't mind. What was the other date? 28th and the what?
August
August
23rd.
23rd.
Well, I think we all need to be there.
If we could do it earlier the week of July 25th, I could do it. It's just those last 2 days, I'll be at the office really late.
So you're saying August what?
No, she's saying earlier the week of the 28th.
July?
August, I'll be.
I have a
out of town.
PSTA board meeting on the 27th, but that'll be done.
Or even the week prior. Either of the would even work better, but
How about August 4th?
I'm at a conference August 4th.
Would y'all like me to help you schedule your meeting?
Well, I guess Bruce, we'd need to know from you too what.
And Tom.
Yeah.
Tom's looking at his. Do
Yeah.
any of those?
I can't do it on the 28th because that's the FMA,
Okay.
Florida Municipal Attorneys
So that's
Association
out.
meeting.
Well, do we want to try?
How about a morning?
I'm fine with the morning.
Yeah, I mean, I could do, the morning would be better because then I could do the morning and then go to the office after.
You do the morning of the 28th or no?
Yeah, I could make that work. I just need to be available
I can do
later.
the, no, Tom's saying no.
Or what about earlier that week?
Is that something
Hold on
you
a
need to
second,
be
let me
at?
check. I may be one day off.
Let me get Jerry to help you with your phone.
No, I could do it on the morning of the 28th. I have to.
Morning,
just
how about you,
leave
Eric?
That night.
I can make that work. I'll change.
I'm okay July 28th in the morning.
Does that work for everybody?
Think so?
No,
That work for you, Al?
9 a.m.?
Are you gonna be
How
working?
long do we think we need?
You're gonna be working that day? Yeah, okay, good.
2.5 hours, I would guess.
9.
Start at 9 a.m. and
Okay.
I would think we'd definitely be done by noon,
That's
maybe
As long as you
before.
buy lunch.
Oh, my God.
Okay, thank you, guys.
So that will be Thursday, July 28th, 9 a.m. in the work session room here.
And Gabby's bringing lunch, is that what you said?
I'll bring you
Bruce is-
breakfast.
It'll be done before lunch.
I'll bring you breakfast for accommodating me. Thank you.
Perfect. 28th it is. 9 a.m. In the work session room?
Yes.
Next item is comments by council members, and we'll start down at the end with Councilmember Beaverland.
Thank you, Mayor. I just like to reiterate, if anybody wants to help with monetarily to help this lady, just contact me somehow. I would appreciate it. And Dan, it's never easy for anybody to lose someone in their family.
Sure.
I can attest to that, and thank you all for who you are.
Thank you, Jerry.
Councilmember McGee?
Dan, I'm sorry to hear about Paula's mom as well. Bruce informed me when I was out at the last meeting. I wanted to, I think I sent you an email, Bruce, and I didn't have a chance to check it yet, but I don't know if you guys talked about this at the last meeting too, but where did we leave off with the speed bumps in Pepper Tree?
Going through the process.
Okay, because I know that the resident reached out to me again after the meeting, and I just wanted to be able to let them know what was going on with that, so.
Yeah, they were here at the last meeting.
Okay.
And so it's going to the TRC this month, and I think we did talk about the process. So,
Okay.
There'll be a neighborhood meeting, and then eventually it would come back for city council's decision.
Someone else brought up to me today too about the nets at Canal Park, and I know we had talked about making sure they're included in the master plan, but is there anything temporarily we could do about the balls that are going over the fence, and kids could just, I think last weekend a ball went out and a little girl was gonna try to go out into Tampa Road and get it. I don't know if there's someone, I guess there's a rumor going around, I don't know if it's a rumor that they raised money to buy the nets, and we told them that we couldn't do it yet, so I just.
Well, I haven't heard that rumor, but
So I figured I would just bring it up and let you know that I guess other people were saying that, and I said, I don't believe we've heard that, and I know we were trying to incorporate in the master plan, but I didn't know if there was something we could temporarily do to try to limit.
ask the Leisure Services Advisory Board about what they think.
Okay.
They could give us a recommendation.
I want to mention, because like I just said, it's Cisco's year end, so unfortunately I will not be at the 5th Friday because it is Cisco's year end. Thank you for excusing me the last meeting. I was at a Cisco conference in Austin. One thing I wanted to bring up, which I know you guys know I've been traveling a lot, and I just came back today from Utah, and one of the great things about traveling is you get to see other cities, and I had never been to Park City. I don't know if anyone else on the council has been to Park City, but it's a great historic little downtown, and it was kind of neat because I was learning a little bit while I was there. Even some of the things they do for their main street, they have, the historic buildings. Well, obviously probably the historic buildings didn't have outdoor seating, so they have the sidewalk that goes in front of the building, and then on the other side of the sidewalk, they've kind of added a patio, almost in the street, but it's kind of pedestrian walkway a little bit with, the servers just go across the sidewalk and then everyone's kind of in this little encased patio. It was really neat. I thought that was a good idea. And then I also noticed they didn't have bike sharing. I'm like, oh, I wonder if we can just go rent a bike. And so I was asking, I had to go to an actual store to rent a bicycle for a lot more. And I was asking the guy, and I said, oh, is there a reason Park City doesn't have bike share? Because Salt Lake City has a bike share. And he said, well, the bus system in Park City is free. So that, which I thought, well, that's kind of neat. I don't know how they afford to do that. I mean, their tax rate, I think, is 8 or 9%. I was looking it up, but so I don't think they want to compete with the free bus system that they're providing. But I thought that was pretty interesting just to hear about some other cities, and but the bus system's working. I mean, everybody was using it, so I thought that was pretty interesting. And then lastly, I just wanted to bring up, and I don't know, I mean, this is something probably just mentioned to Empower Adventures. So I've had a lot of people that know that I'm on the council here message me saying, hey, do you know what the zip line is called in Oldsmar? I can't find it online. So I don't know what's going on. And I just Googled it, and you can kind of, there's nothing really that says like Oldsmar zip line.
It hasn't quite yet caught the social.
No, and so like you go 5 down on Google and it says like zip on Tampa Bay, which you may not think is Oldsmar if you read a little bit more. So I might have to mention that to them because I think a lot of people may not even.
I've heard that on several occasions that when they do the Google search
I reached out to Joe, as a matter of fact, today, just to ask him. I was curious how it was going, and he said it's going pretty well. I'm pretty pleased so far.
We probably just need to mention it to them because I've had at least 5 people ask me, and I'm like, what?
They're not finding it on the Google search. I don't know what.
Yeah. Well, because if they Google Oldsmar zip line, when the results come back like Tampa or Tampa Bay, and it's not just like, I think they're expecting it to say like oldsmarzipline.com.
Yeah, they should do that. Some of that sponsored.
Yeah.
So Facebook sponsored things initially to get it out. I know they got a lot of TV coverage, but still it doesn't address when people go to do a search for it.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
And that's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
First off, Dan, my condolences again. Thank you. You and for Paula. Hope everyone had a nice Independence Day. It was, always makes you sit back and just kind of appreciate good times. Living over by the park, seeing all the people over there. I know the deputy was talking about it earlier. No problems, just lots of people having a good time. So it was a good holiday. I have a problem that I'm going to ask to be put on a future agenda. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to miss a meeting in August, the first meeting in August. It's we own a place in Key West, and it's a timeshare, and you submit for the weeks. We have float weeks, and the weeks we submitted for, we've never had a problem. This year, either one of us didn't catch it, I don't know, but it came back and we can't change it, and it's that week. So I said to Amber, listen, we probably won't go. And she said, call me. I'll be in Key West.
It's lobster.
Oh,
So I thought, I'm going to take my chances and ask to be excused to that one meeting. The other item.
Wait a minute, what, do you have extra rooms? Before you ask for.
We do, come on down.
Before you
Come on.
ask for.
You'd have to miss the meeting too.
And you'd have to leave Oldsmar.
Oh, get it.
We go back to doing the waive in here, if you remember. Just want to remind people about the code enforcement meeting, workshop. That's on Friday at 9. I know we've had some people bring up different challenges or wanting to understand the process better and so forth. And we also, of course, have been using this as a vehicle for those who want to come and share what their experience has been in that process. And certainly, you know, the intent is not to make it a complaining type session, but rather, you know, looking for ways to make the process what they felt, what they experienced, you know, our customers. So I wanted to remind everybody that's at 9 on Friday. Outside of that, that's all I got. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Saracki.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I just want to say it was really strange not being at the council meeting 2 weeks ago. It's kind of weird not being here. But anyways, Paula and I are very grateful for everybody in the community. I can't even explain the overwhelming outpouring of support and kindness from the people of Oldsmar, the cards and the phone calls and the emails and the Facebook posts. And she was there with her mom, so I just want to thank everybody, especially Ann and Kathy and the mayor and Bruce and everyone sending that big flower bouquet. It was really touching, and she got it on her birthday. When we came home, the door rang, we just got home, and it was there. So it was perfect timing, and we appreciate that very much. And she wanted me to make sure I thanked everybody in the city staff, and everyone on council. And that's really all I have, Mayor. Getting back to work.
Thank you. I don't have a lot. I just want to acknowledge that I have the 100-year centennial pin in and the chairman does not have. That'd be nice right there. Yep, look. I do want to just acknowledge, because it's just happened, we were talking about it earlier, but they did, it doesn't affect me, but those that may go to Rumba or Salt Rock or the Bay Arbor Plaza, they have put up no U-turn signs up there, so be aware of that. And they've already given warnings to probably a dozen people so far, but they're still out there doing it, but hopefully it'll at least calm it a little bit and make it a little bit safer. So if you come out of there, I know some people do, just come out at the Bay Arbor entrance instead of make the U-turn, so.
Can you make a U-turn further down?
Shady Oaks.
Shady Oaks at the light, and Uncle Chick's going east if you were going that way.
East Lake Oaks.
East Lake Oaks, or Shady, yeah.
Yeah.
East Lake Oaks, yeah, or Shady Oaks, you could do, yeah, right? Oh, Oakley, I was thinking, but is that what it's called, Shady Oaks, right there at the light?
Shady Oaks Drive is where
Right
the
there.
traffic signal is.
Yeah.
So if you're
I think
west,
subdivision,
if
right.
you're westbound, that would be your opportunity.
That would be your opportunity, you know? And it's much safer, we were talking about it tonight, I sat there at our last Tuesday meeting, and not only are people we're trying to cut across 3 lanes of traffic in about 100 yards, you know, they're also risking making the U-turn, so hopefully to push them down there to the light, it'll be a little bit better. So other than that, as you mentioned, Vice Mayor, no incidents down at the park. Oldsmar doing us proud, and you never get tired of hearing the fireworks and you know, singing the old red, white, and blue. You know, it is one of the greatest things that we get to do is show our pride in our country. So if there's nothing else, anybody, anything?
Last thing, I just wanted to mention, we got that email from that one neighbor about the speeding on Tampa Road. Did everyone get that? I just wanted to mention, they were out in full force today. Radar and two cop cars pulling people over. So.
Yeah, they're. If you don't know that gray Dodge Charger by now, when you drive, if you drive through here every day to work and you don't know that gray Dodge Charger, you deserve to get the ticket. I see you, I can't tell you how many times in the Speedway gas station, giving them gift certificates and things like that. That's what you're giving them, right? Gift certificates? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Every time I see that little tiny thing on Tampa Road and that light's going, I just get out there and just, yeah.
One more.
Is that what you do?
One at a time.
Just like annexation, right? Yeah, one at a time. If there's nothing else,